Hello everybody, how you doing today? It's Superfiend here, and welcome back to another episode of Planet Coaster Whacky World. We are going to continue decorating this coaster station this episode. We're going to dive right into it because I got a busy weekend coming up, and I just want to cram out some stuff, hopefully high quality stuff, but I got a lot to get done, and I don't have a lot of time to do it in. And what I'm thinking we're going to do for this coaster station is for the roof, I think I want to incorporate these shipwreck pieces into the roof somehow. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab each of these, we're going to duplicate them, and we're going to fly up here, and we'll just add to this building. I know, looks terrible. And then, let's see, are we now in this building? Okay. The other thing I want to do is we need some lights in here. Before we go all crazy decorating, I want to add some lights so that we can like see what the heck is going on in this place. And so what lights do we want to use? Where are they? They're in here. They're here. And what are some good lights in here? Like, these mushroom lamps are kind of cool. They give off a neat color, but I don't like the shape. And these are always good. And these what are they called? Netted glass float lanterns. They kind of work well with the overall like water theme that's going on in this whole ride. I wanted to make it more complicated than it was, but really it's just water. It's the water theme. And we got these skulls. These are a little bit too bright. I don't think we want to put this right here. It's kind of big. It doesn't fit up well with the scenery. It doesn't line up well, and there's a high risk of catching this person's hair on fire with that thing. The torch is a little bit better, but a little too bright. A little too bright. I kind of want lighting that's a little bit more subdued, not quite as in your face. We got the this is like Tinkerbell's brightly lit house, right? Because it's got like a window. There's a window on the light. I don't know about that. These are not bad, but they don't fit in here. And like the box lights, I mean, I guess they're kind of okay, but they just don't look right. So, yeah, no fire. I guess fire is not going to work. I think what we're going to do now, the Oriental lamps, they're not bad. The Oriental lamps do kind of fit in with the pirate scenery. But I think we're going to go with these. And I don't know exactly where are the best spots to hang them. So let's see. I guess we'll just kind of place a couple across the posts here. And now the boats, the wood hulls and stuff, they're all in my way. Up. Up. I feel like David Copperfield. Up. That was the cool magician to watch when I was a kid. Like when David Copperfield came on TV and did something, it was like, ooh, we got to go watch that. I remember when he, quote unquote, moved the Statue of Liberty, right? He had a bunch of people over on what's the name of the little island that's by the Statue of Liberty? I don't know, but he had a bunch of people sitting in bleachers over there, and then it makes it look like he moves the whole statue. Now he really just like the bleachers turned. The bleachers turned, and everyone's like, "Ooh, he moved the whole Statue of Liberty! Wow." I don't know if anybody else cares about that stuff. Why is this floating way out here? Okay, let's line it up there. Okay, good. Is this one having the same problem? It is not. Neither is this one, neither is that one. I feel like we could just move this one over here though. It's awfully bright in here with just these few, right? It lit up pretty quickly. Okay, let's drop one more. Oh, where's a good spot? Maybe like up and no, I didn't want to move that one. I wanted to duplicate it. So maybe way up instead of like down here on the posts is better. So like in the middle of this thing. Maybe that's better. And maybe we don't even need that one. And maybe we don't even need that one either. Or maybe we can just get rid of this one. Let's see. No, I think we want that one, and we can get rid of this one. And that's kind of enough lighting in here, right? Now, what's it look like? Just, not that anyone's going to be looking from over here. I just want to kind of get a feel for exactly how bright did we end up making that whole building. Hey, look, here's one of those little 1M posts that we can get rid of. Are there any others floating around? Oop, thought I saw one down here. No. Okay, so I think that's pretty good, right? I think that's pretty good, and I almost feel like there should be some extra lighting in here. What would it look like? Okay, now we're in a different building. What would it look like if we duplicated this, added it to that building, and then moved it? Now, is it like floating way up above the path? I'm pretty sure it is. What would it look like if we like sunk it into the path? Super duper ultra bright, right? Oh, whoa, I got a cool idea. Ooh, here's an idea. Here's a thought. What if we move it? Oh yeah, that doesn't work, of course, because it's oh no, it lined up the movement axis is in line with the floor. Okay, so that kind of works. Now, okay, what if we, let's see. Okay, is there anything we can pick that gets rid of this like super bright glow right here from that light? It is that light that's doing it, right? Like if we, yeah, see, like, oh boy. It'd be kind of cool if we could just kind of make like some little lights just going along the pathway here without having it do that. I mean, come on. Why does it have to do that? That stinks. To quote my favorite voice actor from Total War Warhammer, that stinks. Okay. All right, forget it. There's nothing good. There's nothing good coming from that. Forget it. I tried. What else can we do instead? Well, actually, maybe if we just change the floor to a less glossy floor. Maybe if we did that and then revisited that idea, it would work better. That could be true. So we'll tuck that away in the list of things that could happen in the future. Actually, let's just path. Now this is a regular path. What happens if we do that? Yeah, okay. See, that did it. That worked. So what if we were to replace the path with like this path? And we go back to this building. Aha! Now whoops. Now let's see. And see, that's not so bad. We could duplicate a few of these. That's way too bright. But see, now it's like the path is lit up, and you can, you know, maybe kind of step on these without tripping. I don't know if that's true, but I could step on it without tripping. I don't know about, like, you know, my parents or my one parent. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. Not that important. Okay. And let's actually, let's just undo a bunch of times till we get our glossy vinyl back. Okay, there. Now it's pretty much back to what it was, right? And okay, so now how do we incorporate these in? What is a good way to incorporate them in? Now, okay, if we take the ship's hull, is this the hull or what is this? The stern? I don't know what it is. Okay, but this is like pretty much front and center where this path is. What is this thing called? The bow. Silly me. Not a fisherman though, so. And okay, now let's rotate it. Do I want the angle snap on or off? I don't know. And do we want it tilted in or do we want it tilted down? I think we kind of want it tilted up. Okay, reset the orientation, and let's do the relative axes, because it's like, it's not at all what I really wanted. Okay, so here, flip it upside down, and let's see, let's rotate it up, and then, okay, so see, let's just see what this looks like, right? I think we want to kind of tilt it a little bit that way more. Okay, now I think we want the world axis because we want to drop it like straight down. And I just want to rotate it evenly like this so it's pointing right out the path. And then now if we go back to relative, let's see. I mean, how does that look? Does it look like... It looks stupid right now because there's nothing else there. That's the answer to how does it look, right? It looks stupid. Let's lift this up a little bit because we don't want anybody to bonk their head in here. Okay. And... I mean, now if we're going to do this, do we have to go the extra effort to like take these beams and like make it look like this thing is supported? I don't really want to do that. I don't think we need to do that. We could do that. I'm not going to rule it out, but I'm not that excited about it. So let's duplicate this now. World axes. Or no, is that relative? No, that's world. I just want to move it like straight across. I don't want to move it this way, and I just want straight across. Hey. And now we want to spin it around. I want it poking out the other end, basically. Basically, that's what I want. And now we'll move it towards us. And we'll move it down towards them. And what about inside of here? I mean, I think it's certainly taller than any of the people, because the people have to be able to fit under this track. So I think it's kind of okay like that. I think we can do that. And let's see. Now, what do we do like going down the middle? I don't think we need any more of those. All right, let's just duplicate this big thing. And let's see. Maybe we do two of these like side by side. And we go up. And I'm going to turn on the angle snap for this. For my next magic trick. Is that straight up and down? It kind of doesn't look like it is, but angle snap says otherwise. Okay. And now this one's straight up and down. So they're about the same height. Now we're going to go over here. And we're just going to tilt them sort of flat. Okay. And now what do we do? Maybe we go up a little bit. I think it's clipping with the track. So let's just move it to there for now. Yeah, okay, so. Okay. It's kind of silly. It's kind of silly. I'm not going to lie. They're not really lined up that well either. That's a little bit more lined up. Okay, now we need to make this thing so that it is no longer clipping the track. And I think we also kind of need to bring it out this way so it covers up that flattened part of the round pillar there. Now, if we go back in the rotation and turn off the angle snap, we can tilt it down a little bit this way, which actually helps to clear it from there. Okay, and let's just fly in. I mean, I'm probably thinking about this too much. Like, oh my gosh, it's touching the track. We can't have that. But we're never going to come in here and like look at this once we get it straightened out, right? We're never going to come back in and be like, oh, it's terrible. It's not perfect. Blah 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 blah. Let's move this one over and cover up that pillar a little bit. And I think we'll tilt this one back too. Drop it out a little bit, and we'll lift it up. And I kind of want to just like bring it a little bit further down. Kind of like this. Okay, and so what's this look like on the back here? Yeah, I don't think anybody can touch this as they go around. The little cars, the train doesn't stick out much further, so I don't think anyone's gonna be able to get their hand on it. This one, I want to rotate it back a little bit further, but not that far. Only a little bit, and maybe we lift a tiny amount. Okay. So let's see what that looks like from like over here. And we can actually see it better if we deselect the building. Okay, so that's not like so bad. You know, there's like these two giant boats up top. And it looks kind of interesting. And of course we got all this floating junk up there. And I think what we do... Okay, this part right here is a little tricky because it goes over the building, so we got to be careful. Whatever we put over here is not too tall, right? Now we put the stern on the back, so now let's work with this guy. Let's put this on the front somewhere. Yep. And ooh, okay. Here's an idea. Yeah, okay. I like this. I like this idea. We're gonna turn this thing so that it the red axis more or less lines up with the track. Oh, I like this. Okay. And then we're gonna rotate it this way. Yes. This is going to give the riders an element of fear. Okay. Yeah, I like this. This is a good idea. And what we really need... Okay, it needs to be about that high, but now it's just floating and it's not touching the building. And since the back of the track is over here, I think we can move it over like a little bit this way and a little bit down. You know, we really don't want anybody to stick their arm out on this part, right? And then if we duplicate it, are we using... really, the relative axes doesn't like... Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh no, this is the relative axes. Okay. I was getting upset for no apparent reason there. Okay, so we do this. Okay. I like this. I like it. And let's see. Would it even be worth it? Would it also be worth it to lift it up, turn on the angle snap, and just full on enclose it in like this. That is kind of cool. That's kind of cool, isn't it? And maybe we'll spin this one all the way around. Okay, yeah, I like this. I like this. This is a good idea. Yeah, okay, so as they come flying around in here. Whoa! Okay, now this part, it twists them down a little bit, so I think we kind of want to go over and down. And then the top, we want to go over. We don't really need to go down, but we will. Nah, we'll just do that. Okay. So that's kind of cool. I do like that. And what else could we do? Do we want to, this is a totally different building. Do we want to take that light away? Is it better without that light? And is it better now without that light? And okay, is it now better without those lights? Let's see. Because you kind of come up here, you swing around the dark. I mean, we do have the lighting from over there, and we still got the lighting on the ground. And you swing up this way, and then you come through this dark tunnel. Okay, where's all that lighting coming from? It is coming from this over here. Okay, let's try that again. So we fly in here, dark tunnel, and I think there's one more light up top. Yeah, that's kind of cool, huh? That is kind of cool. Now, the other thing we could do, which might make it interesting, is let's go back to this building and let's get the colorable floodlight. I know we tried these before and I know I didn't like them, but let's try this. I always hate the floodlights. Let's change it to red. And we'll say okay, and we'll duplicate it. I don't know if one or two of them is going to be what the doctor ordered, but we'll see here. Okay, and so what we want to do, let's move. We want this just right on the edge, like perfectly lined up with the hull. And so now when we pick this one and we move it across this way, right? Okay, so here is where it fits like perfectly on the cavern wall and points straight back at where it was. And then we rotate it around. Okay. And that lights that up. Now here's what I really want to see. What does it look like inside? Ooh, yeah. Yeah, so it kind of lights everything up inside. You know, red is for danger. Okay, so let's move this one across. Let's see where he sits on the wall. Right over here. We rotate. And we point it around. About like that. Okay. And now they both point straight back over there. Now, let's just fly around and let's see, you know, if we deselect everything, what does that look like in the ride? And, you know, we get some stupid red lighting up here. And we get this red light that pops on every now and then and bugs the people in line. But as you come through here, you kind of get a cool glow. And if we go over and we get a color area light, and let's just pick the same. Okay, now, how do we like that versus these two? Let's see. Ooh, that's awfully bright. And what if we change it to yellow? Okay, so what if we did like this yellow inside, but very low intensity? When you make the lights closer to white, they get brighter, and when you make them closer to black, they get less intense. So, and now if we turn these ones back on, what kind of colors do we get? And we get like this green and red. That's kind of weird. Okay, don't like that. Once again, I don't like those. I'll never like them. I'll always be disappointed in them. Let's go back down to the red here. Okay, that's not bad. Why is there grid stuff selected way out here? Oh, there's a little post way out there. What's he doing way out there? Okay. So, you know, I kind of like that. And now we could make it strobe, like as they go through here, it could flash, but let's look at the ride. Let's look at the ride analytics real quick. We want to look at heat maps and we want to look at speed. They're going 66 miles per hour through here. They're not going to have time to enjoy a strobe light. Okay, so a strobe would be a wasted effect. However, turning it on as they go in and then turning it off could be worthwhile. Or do we just want to leave it on always? We could just leave it on always. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. And what's the scenery rating for this starting to look like? Results. Scenery rating is still average. Still average. Well, whatever. It'll probably always be average. Now that we got those things, do I want to go and put one of these like over here? I guess like right there is okay. Right? That looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. And gosh, you know, I wish there was a way to turn things off with triggers, because it would be very nice, like when they came by here, it'd be very nice to turn off like all the blue lights. Like if you could turn off all the blue lights for just a couple seconds as they went through here, then everything over here would be dark for that moment that they go through that tunnel, and it would just kind of make it, I think it'd make it a little bit more interesting, a little bit more fun. I wish you could turn things off with the triggers instead of just always having to turn everything on. Okay. And now let's drop one of these right here. And we're going to spin it that way. Is that horizontal, and then we're going to go up to here. And now we got to be careful that it doesn't interfere with the track. And let's see, we want to just kind of like blend this thing in here. And where does it kind of line up over in here? So we want to maybe bring it over. We want to kind of like bring it closer to the wood right here. Maybe just a little bit. Okay. And how high off the ground is it in here? It's pretty good, right? We could always raise it up just a little bit. Get these posts a little bit higher off the ground. And how well does it intersect with the hole over here? Let's kind of bring it back and close it up a little bit. Yeah, okay, that works. And we'll duplicate. Now this one may not work. I'm looking at the bottom here. getting kind of hard to see. This is the bottom of the hole. This is the wood frame of the building, and I'm just moving it over. Okay, we can see the two of them right here until they kind of join up with each other. And then we want to fly in here and make sure that nothing is poking through or into the track. That's good. And let's see. How do we make it appear as if all this stuff is supported? How do we do that? And we got this hole right here that I don't think I want to close it up. I don't think I want to close it up. I maybe want to close up this hole, though. I'm going to close the hole with a hole. All right, let's see. This one, turn off the angle snap. The shipwreck hull, you can color it, and it's blue? What? What? Okay, I got to go look at that in the sunlight because I don't know anything about that. All right, so we'll just put that one there like this, and then what we'll do is we'll give each of these like a slightly off rotation. Okay, and that helps to make it look like they were really just kind of slammed in here. Although I imagine these things would weigh a lot in real life, so how do you slam them into anywhere? Do like that. Do like that. And I think that's okay. Now let's see. So what did we end up with, right? What did we end up with? I kind of don't like that we can't really see it. So I am tempted, once again I'm tempted, to put a floodlight down to just cast a little bit of light onto the top of this thing. But I'm pretty happy with the rest of it, more or less. Where would we put a floodlight on top? Let's see. Select this building. Let's get an colorable floodlight. Now, where's the surface that we want to light up? Like, okay, we're going to do the same trick. We're going to put it on the surface so that it gets the curvature of the surface, and then we're just going to move it until it goes into the wall. Okay, this one we might keep. Okay, one of these days we might actually keep one of these things. Okay, and now let's just cruise over here. Whoa. Okay. So you see that like lit it up way, way, way too much. And what do we want? Do we want a yellow light? Kind of like this yellow mysterious glow. Let's see, we just want like a little bit of light on these things. You know, just so we can kind of see like what the heck is over here, right? I mean, that's all it's really about. You know, I kind of like that. It's very subtle. Very subtle. Let's come over here and look. See what it ends up looking like. So we select nothing, and as they walk in, you're like, whoa, what is this thing? This is... And look at just how much like better this kind of... Like all this nonsense and garbage on top really conceals the ride. Like you can't see anything. You're like, okay, look, I can see a little piece. I can see a little piece, but like you can't tell what this thing does. I think it's cool. I think it's really cool. I want to make it look like these are supported by something though. I want to make it look like they're supported by something. So let's see, what do we do? how do we make this look like it's supported by something? One way would be to like extend this foundation out a little bit and then stack these frames on top. I'll show you which ones. Okay, so we could like just stack these up, stack them on top of each other, and rotate them until they kind of go up into the hole here, and then it's like, oh, okay, yeah, that's how they're held up. Not super excited about that. Not super excited about it. It could work. It could work. Let's give it a shot. Let's just see what happens if we. Okay, what do we need to duplicate? Like if we duplicate these two tiles. Okay, so if we just duplicate these two tiles until they go into the ground. And then, let's see. And we just stack these things, right? And this one. This one we're going to move. We're just going to lower it a little bit, right? And if we duplicate and then like lower that one. Duplicate this one and lower it. Okay. So we get like this this tower that is supporting everything. And okay, we got, oh boy, we got lots of pieces. Okay, we're gonna duplicate it all. Oh, we still got this thing sitting out here. Okay, that helps explain some stuff. We're gonna delete all that. We're gonna delete all that. We don't need these anymore, so we can delete all that. Okay, let's take these and let's fly back inside. Where's our hole? I feel like a mouse. I feel like a mouse that comes out and rummages every now and then goes back inside. Okay, let's see. Okay, so we rotate. And we rotate that one. Okay. Now, let's just go like totally crazy with this. Let's see where this gets us, right? I mean, it could be okay. Okay, now we're definitely going to have to go in and like remove some stuff, right? But so you walk in, okay, and what do you got? You got this wood stuff like holding this thing up. Oh, you know what? I wanted to go over like one more. There. Okay. So you walk in and you got like this wood stuff. You know, what the heck are they doing over here? I don't know, but does it matter? Does it really matter? Oh, you know what? We could put like a little pirate tavern or something. We could put something over here. Yeah, okay. We could do something fun over here. We could build like a building or something. You know, like why is this over here? I don't know. The pirates were building something. Anyways. So we could kind of do something over here. I don't know. Maybe we could make it kind of fun. Ooh, maybe we could kind of build something on this side too. Make it look like I don't know. Like if we put a few buildings in here. It's like the pirate cave with the tent. It just seems so strange and stupid. I don't know. We could do it. We could do it. We could see what it looks like. But So you walk in, and there's all this stuff. We're going to have to remove some of this. I think we're going to leave it for now, and we'll come in probably in the next episode and clean that up a little bit. And let's see, just to be thorough, let's like duplicate all that. Okay, and let's duplicate it one more time. And so now it's kind of like coming over to here too, but that's okay. You know, this could work. This could work. And see, there's so many possibilities once you start working on something. See, so like one of the original ideas was to have the queue for this ride. See, it comes out here and it dead ends, and it's going to go down here and maybe intersect with a building. Well, that building could go through the cliff, and like down here, there could be, I don't know, like a little tavern or something, you know, just a little bit of scenery. And so when the people walk in, they're like, oh, you get in the queue and you see the same building. And I think that's all kind of cool. You know, it kind of joins everything together and segues the different pieces together very nicely. So I think we're going to end up doing something like that. Right now, this is kind of atrocious, but it's not bad. It's actually, it's kind of good. You know, it's getting, and look how much more like perilous and crazy this makes the ride seem too. I mean, this adds so much personality, I think, to just this section of the ride, just doing something like this. So, you know, I think it's good. I think it's coming out pretty good. And we're going to cut this episode off here because, like I said, I got a lot to do. I don't have a lot of time to do it. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're going to keep watching. I think this is going to be it's going to turn out a lot better than I was thinking it was a few episodes ago. I was kind of like not so pleased with it, but now I'm starting to get more excited about the way the coaster station and this queue area is looking. So thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have yourself a good afternoon.